Most of those who came to the House Select Committee on Community Safety Tuesday were there to support more than a dozen gun control bills on the agenda. People like Mike Pruner.
I think most people do agree that universal background checks would help. I think that most people do agree that extreme risk protection orders would help. And I think there's a lot of people who agree that civilians don't need to be carrying a weapon that is designed to massacre people.
The two sides in the gun debate still remain divided. The hearing for HB 1138, which would expand the charge for reckless discharge of a firearm, is an example.
I can lose my license if I do something reckless. Others should be held accountable in other areas such as gun safety.
What worries me about the bill is that there's no definition of what is reckless.
Mike Belsick came to the Texas Capitol to speak out against legislation restricting access to firearms.
No, because it solves nothing. It gives you a false sense. Oh, I've done something. No, you haven't. There is a bill that's going to delay the purchase of a gun. All you've done is delay it. Someone that wants it is still going to get it. So what have you solved? I am all for solutions that are workable, that will actually make a difference to protect innocent life.
State Senator Roland Gutierrez was happy to see tough issues being heard in the House hearing, but he noticed legislation that he supports, like age limits and tighter gun show rules, have not moved in the upper chamber.
We're not trying to upend the apple cart. We're just trying to fix things. It's a damn shame that the Republicans in the Senate don't want to fix things. I'm encouraged at least by what's happening in the House.
It's unclear how many of the gun bills will actually move to the full House.
The irony here is that everyone testifying for and against these various bills, we all want the same thing. We want these shootings to stop. However, there's a fundamental difference in how we can achieve that. And we just fundamentally disagree that more legislation, more regulation is the answer.
They're trying to, but I think that we make enough noise that we're not going to be silent. So we're going to have this hearing, and then we'll be back every week making sure it gets through calendar so that it can be voted on. Even if it gets voted down on the House floor, we will know who voted it down. We will know who voted to put guns and money above children, and then we will vote them out.